Hey Leo, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I am doing your reading for the new moon happening in Aries. So lots of fiery energy that is totally within your element, renewal of that energy. There's also a solar eclipse, so it is, once in 30 years, I think, something like that type of opportunity to renew your energy on a solar level as well. um, so we're going to get into some oracle cards, and remember that if you're into this content, please do throw me a thumbs up by hitting the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. So starting off with the Moon Oracle deck, gonna check out some lunar phases and see what type of insight they can provide and center this reading in. We have a full moon in Earth, the element of Earth. So Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Achievement is associated with this type of energy, and also flowers, so growth and achievement. So when you think of a blooming flower, it has achieved its full potential, ready to be pollinated, to be harvested, that sort of thing. So what are your achievements? Maybe you need to do a little bit of an inventory there, Leo. And count your blessings in the meantime as well. All right, so achievements are about networks. Achievements are about doing the work to sort of what's the word I'm trying to think of? Level up your skill set, right? This is about skill development. It's also about networking and maintaining your networks as well. So putting that energy into maintaining that rapport, maintaining those social connections, those bonds that are for the purpose of career and finances, but also social wealth is really important too. Like friendships, associates, not associates, like acquaintances. It is an A word. Friendships and acquaintances, people that are in your circle that you want to, or that you sort of feel obligated and are also obligated to a certain degree to do that work, to maintain those relationships. Now, that's not always easy for everybody. Not everybody does that perfectly. It doesn't always come organically. Sometimes we would really have to try to put ourselves out there to achieve that. Luckily, though, for someone like you, Leo, that's usually not the case. You're very charismatic and happy to be around others, and very, there are definitely introverted Leos, but, having the strength, which is your card, to sort of push through that and represent yourself in that way, it comes naturally to you for the most part. All right, so wish fulfillment crossing this. This is an interesting energy. So we have the Nine of Cups crossing over the Three of Pentacles. So wanting to celebrate, we do have this card of achievements here. This is totally relevant. I'm feeling like the full moon, the next full moon is going to be significant, or maybe this past one, you're just sort of really feeling like it's set the ball rolling for you to be able to acknowledge yourself and what it is that you've achieved, and where also and like also the act of knowing where you want to grow and where you want to build and enhance your existing skills, I feel like that in itself is really something worth acknowledging. It really becomes like it contributes to the foundation of the direction that you want to take. And that's super important in terms of like being able to confidently move forward, knowing what it is that you want to do. And, you may find out that it isn't what you want to do, but at least you were on the right path because it's what you decided to do. And, there's always going to be some takeaway. So you are also, the universe is telling us, ready for love. Or just willing to, maybe in need of some type of acknowledgement to celebrate that as well. Ready for love, ready for commitment, just ready to have a great time and be around kindred spirits. Sometimes the Three of Cups is all about like congregating with like-minded individuals, like your bros or your besties in any kind of way. So there could be like a reunion. It could also be some type of reunion, but just coming together to just acknowledge and celebrate the fact that, you're ready for life and all that it encompasses. Ooh, and then we have Temperance. So the fiery side of, the emotional component to being ready, it's like making sure that it's always in flux, that you're never stagnant, that you keep this momentum going. It's very important to have this momentum remain sustainable, and sustainability is at the core of Temperance. It's interestingly, it's a fiery, it's like water, fire, and air all together. And of course, you do need that earth to stay grounded throughout that process. But when you think about the Aquarian side of sustainability combined with, the emotional side that Sagittarius is known for, that's something that you would really benefit from tapping into. It's there within you. That's like at the core of your subconscious right now. And it really is ready to come out and shine with this acknowledgement or celebration, reunion that the universe is revealing should occur or is occurring. The Moon. So coming from a place where you really weren't sure what to do, you didn't know what you wanted to do. And, with the Moon reverse, sometimes things are revealed. Truths come to light, and they might not necessarily be what you want. They could very well be what you want. And, knowing what you want is such a huge component. And this Moon card is reversed. So upright, it does talk about hidden influences, but this could be influences that are no longer hidden. It could also be disconnect from what we need to influence us. So that's in the past though, but that is something that you were working through or something that you're also taking along with you for the near future. So hopefully it's not blockages. I do sense a little bit of loss or missed opportunity. Yeah, we have the King of Swords reversed. So there's like potentially some bullshit that you're going to have to deal with from an individual that's very psychologically toxic on some level. But I feel like with all of these cards here that the first 4 cards that we've revealed here, that's what's going to help you. Like it's almost like you're going to have to tap into your network. You're going to have to surround yourself with people that build you up as opposed to tear you down. And also you're going to have to really stay, keep that momentum with me party kind of vibes. Like I am just moving through life in my awesomeness, and that is fucking awesome. And that is how you're going to keep everything moving. And it's so important to not numb out sometimes when we're dealing with people like this. You know, sometimes we have to numb out so that we can like just stay in control. But this is also a form of being in control, of being able to actually connect with the way an individual like this is making you feel, and then be able to process those emotions and articulate boundaries. Because this mofo needs nothing but boundaries. And people like this, you know, they don't respond to boundaries very well, because what they're trying to do is get in your head and make you either feel or think poorly of yourself. Whether they know that they're doing that or not, it doesn't matter. They most likely do. The King of Swords, being a king, is often like top tier level of either toxicity or health, right? So this person is, you know, the king of their game, no matter what. Whether they're an upright king or reverse king, they're the king of their game. Whether that's shitty game or building, uplifting game, they're at the top. This could be a, you know, like a parental figure. It could be someone who is more masculine as opposed to feminine. This could be somebody that you have a child with as well, or your adult child. But either way, Leo, there's just something that you are going to have to keep your mind, and like I'm feeling like when you have to deal with people like this and stay in touch with your emotions, it's always about remembering how they or what happened made you feel. Because once you start to forget that, like at some point it's probably important to forget that so you can move on. But, you know, not being disconnected from it can sometimes remove you from your ability to effectively set those boundaries. So just be careful. But I feel like the cards here are basically saying to you that you've got this 100%. And maybe you've already achieved this already to a certain degree. So holding down, standing your ground, your attitude is like top tier standing. You're in standing your ground mode. You are ready to defend yourself if and when need be. The Ace of Swords. Now, you may not have a lot of experience taking this new approach. So make sure you're gentle with yourself. You may flop a little with this situation that's coming through for you. You know, you may, like, words may be difficult to, like, I'm struggling even now to find words. It's almost like, sometimes when you're trying to defend yourself, you know how like when you think later on, oh, I should have fucking said that. That would have been the best comeback. So you might find yourself in a situation where that is the case. From an outside perspective, like this is very fresh. You have all this mental energy to stay on point. But there's a lot of it. So your mind might be all over the place. And I would say also this speaks to, from the outside, it looks like you haven't really had a lot of experience taking up the task of setting boundaries with this individual. So you may have to have more than one interaction with them before you finally, figure out exactly what it is that you need to do to keep yourself safe and secure and free from the toxicity of this individual. So, I don't know, what I'm getting is that it may feel like a lost battle, but you are winning, whether you think it or not. It's real. Page of Pentacles. So your fears might be centered in being immature and unhealthy. It could also be not having the skill set that you need to stay healthy. or losing your skills, going back to your old toxic ways maybe. And also, you might be afraid of like being in a financially disadvantaged position, reverting back to that in some type of way if you're doing well now, which I think is the case. Like, you are doing well now. Now, this could also be another individual that you're not really interested in encountering in any kind of way, who is toxic, who's potentially financially abusive or very draining on you in some type of way. They could be a young person. Kids, they like to, we all know, look, parents out there, they are little, what's the word? Not even little, it's like an abyss of money that just pours in. It's never ending, right? An abyss that you dump your money into. That's kids. Oh my gosh. So thankful that they are worth every penny of it, honestly. And then some. Such a joy. Anyways, you're feeling like this individual or this reflection of yourself is not what you're looking for. It's what you are trying to stay away from. And that's healthy. I mean, I would want to stay away from a reverse Page of Pentacles as well. And then we have the Eight of Cups. So this could be like a love situation where you're just in with this person. Okay, so I'm feeling like you've maybe broken up with somebody even, and you're just not having a hard time cutting your losses and moving on. So despite, all the celebratory activities and, new me party, focusing on work, keeping your emotions going, it might even be the fact that you're going to encounter this individual. Maybe you have to. It could be about moving out stuff. There's so many reasons why it takes time to cut ties with somebody. But I would say that emotionally, there's something that you're holding on to. Now, is this going to impact your well-being in the near future? Or how will it impact your well-being, despite the fact that this is, a huge achievement? It's just going to be an awakening for you on some level. You're going to wake up to realize how much you need to really let go. It could be like the idea of being with somebody might be what you're grieving more than this person. Or, you're just going to come to realize that this person is so toxic and you need to kind of cut your losses and move on in some type of way, because it could be influencing somebody very young and near and dear to you that you want it to stop. But either way, like something, you've achieved a great deal, so count your blessings, and something's gonna give. And it looks like, despite a few minor setbacks and a particular toxic individual. Now, if that's you, like these are some things that you may need to encounter with yourself. But direction, a lack of direction is what's clarifying this. So what does legacy look like? What do you want your legacy to look like? And that is a big deal to take up with somebody, especially if they're often toxic. But what do you want your legacy to look like? And can you agree? Can you come to an agreement? So this awakening that comes through for you, maybe with this eclipse energy, it's just kind of like an aha moment. Or you just sort of realize, like, it's like doing an inventory on yourself. You realize that life is good, that, you're not in a state of purgatory, or that maybe it's not and you want to improve it. and you want to just like set those boundaries. But let's close out this reading with Oracle Tarot affirmations. Whoops. Maybe let's go with this. Let's go with the Magician. Okay? Because this is some awesome me party vibe here as well. Setting your intentions. I am dynamic, changing creation. I play freely with my thoughts, feelings, inspirations, and sensations. Yeah, this could be completely outside of relationship and just what do you want for yourself, Leo? I am creative, focused, attention, committed to acting on my ideas and inspirations. I am open to life's powerful energy. I allow it to flow freely through me. I am versatile and flexible. I work with the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual materials available to me in whatever place I happen to be. I allow others to see my creative experiments. I communicate my changing thoughts, feelings, ideas, and perceptions. You got this, Leo, honestly. So we'll leave it at that. We'll draw one more, actually, from the Spiritual AF deck, because we keep it Spiritual AF here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. Ooh. Meditation, aka shutting the F up for a few minutes. Lots of people say they don't know how to meditate. You are no longer allowed to be one of them. Just shut up for a few minutes. See what happens. Yep, that's what the Buddha did. Then do it some more. Okay. Well, we'll leave it at that and catch you next time, Leo. Happy eclipse.